Hello, hello, everybody, everybody, every, everybody. Look who's my special guest. It's no.
Let's.
Oh, she says she's not a special guest because she's on here all the time. Oh, how's everybody doing? Hi, Paris. Hi. Hello, everyone.
We maintain at least $1 million.
Fix it for me. Nay says she's first. Hey, Promise. That's not mine. Yeah, that's it.
So I'm looking. Look over there.
Oh. Yes, Dominic, you can turn it in tomorrow. Who is Vernon Mosby? Hit the thumbs up for me,
What
girls.
does this mean?
What? That they took their message back.
How do I do that?
Oh, Promise. Okay, Promise. I was like, who in the world? Hi, Nay. How are you? Oh, she's not talking to me. She's talking to you. Hit the thumbs
that's
up.
what I mean.
What?
I just did it.
What did you do?
I said I push hi and then I push delete.
Okay. She learned a new skill. Bay, bye, B. What? Can you hit the thumbs up button for me, please? Did you hit it? Hit the thumbs up
I
button.
did.
I can't tell.
I did.
Oh, it's your grandfather account. Okay.
Hello. Hey.
She's on the phone with
Okay.
her mom.
Okay.
Hey, Joanna.
She's on live.
Yeah, I'm going to read first. You know, I have to read my book. I said I wanted to read this. Huh? What'd she say? I said I wanted to read this book tonight, so I am going to read this book. Danae is about to leave. She is leaving. She gotta go get her dog. Turn off them lights up there. How's everybody doing? Hi, Neri. Hey, Joanna. You remember this book, Amazing Grace? Okay. Can everybody hit the thumbs up button? Is 6 people on? It should be. You remember the song Amazing Grace? I sang the Amazing Grace the other day. I don't have no voice today because I was singing, I was praising God so hard at church today. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have a voice. So I was waiting for. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button, girls and boys. From 3rd grade. Oh, okay. Well, girls and boys, tomorrow we'll start our 7 o'clock hour. So I'm going to be starting my live at 7 because it's starting to get so dark that I want to make sure you girls and boys are in bed, 8:30 by the time we get off at 8. So by the time we get off, you'll have time enough to do whatever it is you have to do and go to bed. So I thank you, girls and boys, for getting on. It is 4 minutes from 3rd grade. That's perfect. Yep, it sure is. 7 o'clock. It's going to work out better. So I am going to start reading Amazing Grace by Mary Hoffman. Okay, love you too. And Carolyn, I think it's, put the bottom lock on. Okay, Carolyn, that name. Okay, and I am still grading papers, girls and boys. So I'm not going to be on. I always say I'm not going to be on long, and I end up being on a whole hour. but Paris wants to do some math problems. So I hope I have my book over here. Yeah, I have my uh book over here. So let me go ahead and start reading. Okay, the name of the story is called Amazing Grace. That's okay. You finished your homework? Okay, good. Grace was a little Grace was a girl who loved stories. She didn't mind if they were read to her or told to her or made up in her head. She didn't care if they were in books or movies or not on Nana's long memory or out of Nana's long memory. Grace just loved stories. After she had heard them, and sometimes while they were still going on, Grace would act them out, and she always gave herself the most exciting part. Grace went into battle as Joan of Arc and wove a wicked web as Anastasia the spider. She hid inside the wooden horse at the gates of Troy. She went exploring for lost kingdoms. She sailed the seven seas with a peg leg and a parrot. That's fine. I'm not going to be on long today anyway because I have a lot of work to get finished. She was Hiawatha sitting by the shining big sea water and Moga in the backyard jungle. Most of all, Grace loved to act out adventure, stories, and fairy tales. When there was no one else around, Grace played all the parts herself. She set out to seek her fortune with no companion but her trusty cat and found a city with streets paved in gold. Or she was Aladdin rubbing his magical lamp to make the genie appear. Sometimes she could get Ma and Nana to join in when they weren't too busy. She was the Dr. Grace, and their lives were in her hands. That's Ma, and that's Grandma. One day, Grace's teacher said they would do the play Peter Pan. Grace knew who she wanted to be. When she raised her hand, Rajay said, "You can't be Peter. That's a boy's name." But Grace kept her hand up. "You can't be Peter Pan," whispered Natalie. "He isn't black." But Grace kept her hand up. "All right," said the teacher. "Lots of you want to be Peter Pan, so we have auditions next week to choose parts." She gave them words to learn. Uh-oh, who is going to get it? Who is going to study, 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 and get it correct? When Grace got home, she seemed sad. "What's the matter?" asked Ma. "Rajay said I can't be Peter Pan because I'm a girl." That just shows what Rajay knows," said Ma. "A girl can be Peter Pan if she wants to." Grace cheered up. Then later she remembered something else. "Natalie says I can't be Peter Pan because I'm black," she said. Ma looked angry, but before she could speak, Nana said, "It seems that Natalie is another one who don't know anything. You can be anything you want, Grace, if you put your mind to it. You could be anything and everything you want to be if you put your mind to it. On Saturday, Nana told Grace they were going out. In the afternoon, they caught a bus and train into town. Nana took Grace to a grand theater. The sign outside read Rosalie Wilkins and Romeo and Juliet in sparkling lights. Are we going to the ballet, Nana? Asked Grace. We are, honey. But first I want you to look at this picture. Grace looked up and saw a beautiful young ballerina in a tutu. Above the dancer it said, Stunning New Juliet. Okay, Neri. That one is little Rosalie from back home in Trinidad, said Nana. Her granny and me, we grew up together on the island. She's always asked me to do. I want tickets to see her Rosalie dance. So this time I said yes. After that ballet, Grace played the part of Juliet, dancing around her room in her imaginary tutu. I can be anything I want, she thought. On Monday, the class met for auditions to choose who was best for each part. When it was Grace's turn to be Peter, she knew exactly what to do and all the words to say. She had been Peter all weekend. She took a deep breath and imagined herself flying. When it was time to vote, the class chose Rajay to be Captain Hook and Natalie to be Wendy. There was no doubt who Peter would be. Everyone voted for Grace. You are fantastic, whispered Natalie. The play was a big success, and Grace was an amazing Peter Pan. After it was all over, she said, I feel as if I could fly all the way home. You probably could, said Ma. Yes, said Nana. If Grace put her mind to it, she can do anything she wants. The end. The end. Okay, what was the other book? All right, how did you girls and boys like that book? I had never read that book before, but that was a pretty good book about being in. Hit the thumbs up. Great story. Yes, Paris. You could be anything you want to be if you put your mind to it. You can be. They didn't think her friends. Okay. All right. Good night, Neri. See you in the morning. So, this book was a good book. It's letting you know that anything you want to be, you can definitely be. Her friends didn't think. All right. See ya. It was yeah. I don't read very long books. It'll bore your patience. It's like a movie. I don't want to sit here and read and read and read. So I read short books. So, and Amazing Grace is another Scholastics book. And Girls and Boys, the book fair starts. The book fair observation starts next week, I believe. I believe it's, I don't know. Let me not say when it actually is. So, Girls and Boys, I think that is it for tonight. I am not going to read another book because you girls and boys have to get ready for school in the morning. Um, Miss Hardy has to get to work in the morning. I have to finish grading your tests, putting your grades in, and math problems. Paris wants to do. Okay, Paris, I'm gonna do a couple of math problems. Okay, let me get my book out. Paris, do you know how to do the? Well, I can't do that one because you can't. Okay, so let's see what we can go over. Paris. Anybody else want to do math problems? This pen is not working. Okay. Okay. It's my first math problem. 56. What is 56 rounded to the nearest 10? What is 56 rounded to the nearest 10? 60. Thank you, Paris. What is 560 rounded to the nearest 10? What is 560 rounded to the nearest 10? No, 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 not 570, not 57. $560. What's the number to the right? What's the number to the right? And what's the rule? We're rounding from the nearest 10. 560 rounded to the nearest 10. Nope. What's the number? Okay, right. The number to the right is 0. So what's the rule? What's the rule? $560, right. It is 560. Remember the number to the right. We don't look at these numbers to the left. We look at the numbers to the right. And if it's a 0, this number stays the same. And all the numbers behind that number to the right, they all go to 0. Right. Okay? Girls, we got to work on our rounding. Okay. Um, hold on. Okay. So I got 2 problems here. This one is 75,424. Round this to the nearest what? What is that 7? What place value is that 7? What place value is that 7? What place value is that 7? Right, the answer is 80,000. But my question is, what is this place value? Here, Paris. What is this place value? Hi, Jacob. 10,000, right. So this rounds to 80,000, like she said. Okay. This number here, write 542 in expanded form. Write it in expanded form. Right, Paris. Great, great. Promise, did you get that? Jacob, did you get that? Yes, okay. All right, girls and boys, that's it for tonight. Miss Hardy really, really, really has to go. I'll see you tomorrow in class. And tomorrow, like I said, yes, I have to leave. I have so much work to get finished. Yep, Miss Hardy has to leave. But starting, yep, you got all them right, Paris. So starting tomorrow, like I said, the time is going to be changed to 7 p.m. So that gives everybody opportunity to get on. All right, girls and boys, you have a good night. Miss Hardy will see you later.